Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Salim Akhtar Malik, your host at the Observation Post channel. This channel is dedicated to discussing issues of national and international importance, defense matters, and events from military history. You can interact with me on my channel by giving your views and comments. Transcripts of my videos are available on my Twitter address, which is at Salim Akhtar 53. In this session, I'll be talking to you about the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. The Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan on the Christmas Eve of 1979. The United States and its allies initially behaved in an indifferent manner because, according to their reasoning, Afghanistan since long had been considered a country which was within the Soviet sphere of influence. For almost 1 year and even more, Pakistan was fighting alone. It was fighting the Soviets alone, while the Americans were standing on the sidelines. However, this did not stop them from sending batteries of American delegations to Pakistan, which would descend upon Pakistan Army's formation headquarters and thence on the fighting units to find what they said was, or to get what they said was first hand information about Pakistan Army's war preparedness. Apparently, they were concerned about Pakistan Army's lack of modern equipment. However, one realizes in hindsight that they were not so much disturbed about Pakistan Army not having modern equipment. What they were concerned about was Pakistan Army's the resolve of its rank and file to take on the Russian bear. So the Americans would unofficially give every assurance of providing assistance of Pakistan to Pakistan in its efforts to fight the Soviets in Afghanistan. However, they would stop short of doing anything that would be traceable to them, that is, to the United States. The covert war in Afghanistan was supported by CIA and various other intelligence agencies. Pakistan, while while giving due respect to these agencies, restricted them to providing funds, weapons, and equipment to the Afghan effort, to the war effort. The actual distribution of funds, weapons, and equipment, and the tasking of targets and operations to the Afghan Mujahideen within the umbrella of the seven-party uh, coalition of Afghan warlords. It was done by the ISI. The Mujahideen operations were cumbersome and slow moving. It would take almost 2 months or even more for the Mujahideen to accomplish a given task, something which was tasked to them by ISI. In 1984, that is during the fourth year of the Afghan War, William Casey, the then chief of CIA, suggested to ISI to fight the Soviets in their own country. So it was the United States which initiated a massive escalation of the war in Afghanistan, which during the next 3 years would see scores of cross-border raids and sabotage operations inside the Soviet Union. North of the Amur River, which formed the boundary between the then Soviet Union and the Soviet republics of Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. These three republics are now independent countries, thanks to the dismantling of the Soviet Union, in which Pakistan played a vital role. While using Pakistan as a bait against the Soviet bear, the Americans, true to their duplicit nature, denied Pakistan any information in the form of maps, etc., pertaining to the Soviet Union. Not that their satellites were not taking pictures, they were. The ISI would be provided maps of anywhere in Afghanistan except the maps of the Soviet Union. It is because somewhere someone was getting cold feet in the American administration. When the ISI started killing and causing damage to the Soviets in the Soviet Union proper, the CIA got shocked. The local CIA chief in Pakistan asked his Pakistani counterpart, please don't do anything that would start the Third World War. These cross-border strikes inside Afghanistan, that is north of the Amur River, were launched from Juzjan and Badakhshan provinces of Afghanistan and would invariably draw massive retaliation from the Soviets in the form of aerial attacks as well as helicopter gunship attacks aimed at destroying Afghan villages, killing people, and driving the remnants to the Pakistani refugee camps. The policy of the Soviet Union at that time was to create a scorched earth region all along the Soviet Afghan border as well as along the as well as along the Pakistan Afghan border. As I said, during all this period, Pakistan army was fighting alone for 1 year before the Americans joined in the war effort against the Soviets. The so-called American military as well as civil assistance to Pakistan, I'll talk about it in detail in a separate video. It was not free lunches. Pakistanis got assistance, material assistance from the United States for doing something which would accomplish the Soviet, which would accomplish the United States' strategic objectives. And it was a cycle. The largest segment of the American military aid to Pakistan comprised 40 F-16 fighter planes, for which payment was done by the Saudi Arabia. And in return, Pakistan stationed a complete armored brigade inside Saudi Arabia in the region of Tabuk, bordering Israel and Syria. So they were not providing it to us. They were not providing the aid to us for any for any act of magnanimity. As far as destroying villages, killing people, and driving the remnants to the Pakistani refugee camps were concerned, the Soviets were successful, but they utterly failed when it came to uh, stopping Pakistanis from helping the Afghans. And what did the United States do to repay Pakistan for all its efforts? It stopped Pakistani military aid to Pakistan, which included 28 F-16 fighter planes for which Pakistan had already made the payment. This is all I had wanted to say during this video. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.